Happy Halloween! It's a Matt Blaze show and it's a Halloween special. I am going to do the Thriller reaction video. Michael Jackson's Thriller, my reaction video, and you never know, maybe there'll be a special guest appearance by somebody. Stay tuned. Here we go. Oh yeah. Happy Halloween. It is October 31st, 2020. It is a different kind of Halloween this year because it is virtual for a lot of people. A lot of people aren't trick-or-treating, though I did see some trick-or-treaters in my neighborhood, and I quickly turned out my lights and hid behind the couch so they wouldn't think I was home because I don't have any candy to give to anybody. Call me a Halloween party pooper, but whatever. I didn't go and buy any candy. You know why? I have a fence around my property, and they don't come up to the door unless I open the gate. So that's how I know. It's not like if I had kids coming, I would absolutely give them candy. But this year, you got to be careful. A lot of people aren't trick-or-treating. A lot of people are doing weird things to give candy out, putting it on tables, putting it down chutes. They're doing all sorts of funny, weird stuff. So I said I'm going to do a Michael Jackson's Thriller reaction video because I see a lot of other reaction videos out there of kids that are like 19 who didn't grow up with Thriller like we did, or like I did, I should say, or remember when it came out back in the old days when MTV played music videos. And I said, I got to do a reaction video on Halloween. Well, I was going to do one anyway, but I figured, you know what? It's Halloween. I might as well. Now's the best time to do it. So for those of you who don't know, Thriller actually came out on December 2nd, 1983. It was the third video of the Thriller album. And to be honest with you, I really didn't know the song before it came out. So back in the old days when we had records and cassettes, you had different sides, and you had like 4 or 5 songs on one side, you had 4 or 5 songs on the other side. And Beat It and Billie Jean. Beat It was the first song on side 2, and then Billie Jean was the second song. And I literally just had my cassette player on sides 1 and 2. I mean, songs 1 and 2. That was it. I played Beat It, Billie Jean, and rewound it back to Beat It. That's it. Now, Thriller, the song, was actually the last song on side 1. Now, the first song was Wanna Be Starting Something on side 1. And Thriller was the 4th song. So back then, a lot of people didn't even get through the whole album. You only played what was popular, especially like a kid like me. Kids only played the popular songs. You didn't know like the rest of the album. You only knew what was popular. So I never really got the Thriller. I'd hear like the beginning of the door creaking and the opening, and that was really it. I didn't know the song really at all. And here, I'm going to show you this. I was thinking about this, and I go, wow, I remember it being on the, where it was in the album. Like, I thought it was like last. I didn't know, so I had to pull this out. Look at that. That would be, this is my original Michael Jackson Thriller album. I had the cassette too. This was like my dad's. And here on the other side, you can see, I'll show it up. I don't know how close you can see that. But you see, Wanna Be Starting Something is first. Baby Be Mine was second. The Girl Is Mine is third. Thriller, number 4. And then Beat It, it's not number 5. It's the first song on side 2. Then Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT, Lady in My Life. That's how it went. That was it. That was the whole record. Not like it is today where they put like 15 songs. That was it. What is it, 9 songs? That's it. That was the whole album. Michael Jackson's Thriller. And look at this part. Let me show you this. Here's a cool thing. Check this out. It opens up. If you didn't know that, it's not a double album, but look, you got that. That's where that picture came from. That is pretty cool. Now, if I open up the album, I'm going to pull out the sleeve here. Check this out. So this is pretty cool. So here is the sleeve of the album, and look at this. There's Michael Jackson's artwork is on there, and those are all the lyrics to the songs, so you can sing along. Some Michael Jackson art, and then on the other side, you got the same thing. Check this out. From Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson, The Girl Is Mine. There you go. Pretty neat. So, yes, Thriller, the song, wasn't really all that popular at all until the video came out. And I don't even know, like I said, I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know anything about the song. Let me put this back in. We'll do it later. So I didn't really know much about the song. But this video was coming out. It was a big deal. Everyone was waiting, world premiere. Michael Jackson at that point in time was bigger than life. And it was that he made this mini like movie. Nobody really knew what was going to happen, what to expect. So I was like, I got to check this out. And I just happened to have gotten cable. Back then, not everybody had cable. Most people only had like 5, 6 channels. Now, I grew up in the New York metropolitan area. We had channel 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. 7 channels. That's it. We had 7 channels. So cable had 30 channels. That was a lot back then, 30 channels. And MTV was part of the package. So I knew it was coming. I couldn't wait for it to happen. So I'm going to play you this. This is how we used to see it back in the old days when MTV had a world premiere video. Or even, I shouldn't say that. MTV played this at the top of the hour every hour. And when Thriller came out, they played the video at the top of the hour every hour. So this is what it looked like. This is what we used to see all the time.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Now I want to talk about this. Hold on, I'm going to pause that. So when we saw this on the screen for the first time, you had to read it. Due to my strong personal convictions, I wish to stress that this film in no way endorses a belief in the occult. Michael Jackson. Because Michael didn't want people to think he was a Satanist, that he was worshiping the devil. Nobody wanted that. He didn't want that. So he had to put this on there before, because you had, back in the day, when rock music pretty much ruled everything, you had like KISS, and people would say KISS stood for Knights in Satan's Service, which is nonsense. You had guys like Ozzy and devil worshiping. So Michael put this in the beginning of the video, and we went, well, what's going to happen in this video? This is going to be something good. We're going to have to check this thing out. So this was put on in the beginning of the video, and we all went, wow, this is going to be something special. And hence we have the title. No one put titles like this in front of videos. We used to see, like, in the left-hand corner, it would say the artist, the song, the record label. Let me put myself up here. That's what we used to see. So now we have the beginning, the opening. Michael's in a car. We don't know yet. I should say that we know. We just see a car driving up. Now we're like, wow, it's Michael in a jacket looking, like a high school kid. And this girl, we're like, who is she? Looking like she's from the 50s with a scarf in her head. We're not really sure yet what's happening.
Honestly, we're out of gas.
Now you're like, wait a minute, Mike. How do you not have gas? You're driving this car. You couldn't stop at the gas station beforehand. And of course, everyone's thinking like, yeah, sure you're out of gas, pal. You thought you were going to get a little. You thought you were getting some. You're in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods. And you're thinking, all right, Mike's trying to pull one over on this girl. But like, that's what guys used to do, right? And look at her face.
What are we gonna do now?
That is the beginning of porn if I've ever seen it in my life. What are we going to do now? I'm waiting for the boom, chicka, womp, womp. Look at her look on her face. She is ready to give it up for Michael Jackson. She's ready right now. She is open. She is DTF right now. She's like, Mike, I know you got a blanket in the trunk of this car. Let's go in the woods. Let's do what we got to do. Look at the look on her face. She is waiting right now. Waiting. And Mike just gives a little innocent look. And now they're walking. So that ends that. So now you go, all right, Michael's a good guy. Michael is a good guy. Walking with her.
I'm sorry I didn't believe you.
Now, you see that? She said, I'm sorry I didn't believe you, which means she didn't believe that he ran out of gas. They must have cut that out. We didn't get to hear that part. There must have been another scene, and maybe there is, where he said we ran out of gas, and she yelled at him or something. But now she's apologizing.
Can I ask you something?
What?
She is so into him right now. She is so into him. She's like, what? Tell me, Michael. I'm yours.
You know I like you, don't you?
Yes.
Look how happy she is. She has the stars in her eyes. She's in love right now. And that's probably Ola Ray really in love. I mean, that's Michael Jackson in front of her. They're in the middle of the woods. She's ready to jump on him, I think. Look at her. She is wanting it right now.
And I hope you like me the way I like you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
She's like, uh-huh.
I was wondering if you would be my girl.
What every girl wanted to hear at that time.
Oh, Michael.
She's so happy. Look, she's like, oh, Michael. Look, he has a ring. She's so look at her. Look at her face. Look at the eyes.
Beautiful.
Look how happy she is. She is ready right now. She's like, oh my God, I'm giving myself to Michael right now, right here in the woods. I don't care if we don't have a blanket. We'll lay down some leaves. Don't worry about it. We'll be okay.
Now it's official. I have something I want to tell you.
Now you're like, uh-oh.
Yes, Michael.
Everybody goes,
Not
something's
like other
happening here.
guys.
Of course not. That's why I love you.
No, I mean I'm different.
What does that mean?
About.
Uh-oh. Full moon. Scary music. Is something going to pop out of his stomach? What's happening? Michael, are you what? Oh my God. Look at that face. He's a monster all of a sudden. How did this happen? This is Michael Jackson. Now he's a monster. Look at the teeth he's got. How is this going? He's screaming. He's changing into a werewolf. Look at this. He's got Spock ears. His hand is throbbing. Wow, that had to hurt. I mean, the fingernails. Ears growing again. He's got whiskers now. Look at her. Look at her face, and she's in total terror. He's looking at us. Oh my God. She's just, run already. Finally, she's get out of there. What are you doing? She doesn't know where to go. What is that? Mickey Mouse on her skirt? What's up with that? Now you're like, wow, he's a cat. He's some kind of cat monster. Oh, and he's strong. He knocked down a tree. What? Now look at her running. Run a little faster. Howling at the moon like all monsters do. They gotta howl at the moon. And now she's running, you're running away. Now, wait, how did he get in front of her? He was running behind her. That's monsters do that. Look how what? Wow. It was really just a movie the whole time. Look at Mike. Look at that. You could tell Michael totally stands out in that crowd. She's already scared. Now it's taking time for people to realize that that's the same girl in the movie. Michael totally loves it. I think that's great.
Can we get out of here? No, I'm enjoying it.
He's like, shut up, man. I'm watching a movie over here. This is the best part. Michael just goes, yeah, whatever, leave. Get out of here. He's like, all right, I guess I got to go after her. What else? Now we see it's Thriller with Vincent Price, which of course is a real movie. And we know Vincent Price did the poem, or the chant, or whatever you want to call it.
It's only a movie.
It's not funny.
Look, she still wants it. Look at the way she's looking at him.
I wasn't that
She's like, go home and just have your way with me, Mike. What are you waiting for already? No, we're going to go on a walk. Let's take a walk and I'll sing to you.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking.
Now, the best part about this is if you watch the making of Michael Jackson's Thriller, and you see now she is walking in time with the music. And all of this is all ad-lib with Michael Jackson. Everything he does, all the moves, everything. I wonder how many times they actually did this for him to get that all down. Because they showed the rehearsals and he was just goofing around. But now, cameras rolling, Michael is perfect. I always love this part. Yeah. Just look at the way he's moving. He's visualizing all the lyrics. And then she wipes his face, which is a nice little touch. Now, of course, this is the video version because there would be the choruses in between, but it goes verse to verse to verse to verse. He's like, no, not yet. I love how they put the clap effect in there. And it's just so amazing how tuned and dialed in Michael Jackson is because, look, acting out exactly what he's saying. And now they're just walking somewhere downtown. And now they go, all right, let's skip. It's midnight or it's dark out, but we're just going to skip like we're going through a meadow. Why not? Oh, and look, there happens to be a cemetery. Now, I want you to see something. Look at the corner. In the right upper corner, you see the lights. Very clear as day, there's lights. Now, of course, no one's fixated on the lights. You're looking at the cemetery. You're like, wow, that's a cemetery. What's going on? But you could see the lights right there. We'll continue.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close.
Now you're like, wait a minute, there's something coming out of the ground. Look at this.
Blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood.
Vincent Price. Oh my God.
Whosoever shall be found.
Who's Claire Reeves? Anybody look her up, see who she is? Now my first thought was, why is the casket open? And it's concrete. And how come somebody didn't close that? Isn't there a caretaker? And now the zombies are just walking over fences and going through doors. The guy just opens the door. Now, of course, everyone knows that is Rick Baker, the man who created all these special makeup effects for the video. They're coming out of the ground. They're walking. You're like, what are these zombies gonna do at this point? Where are they going? They're escaping. Now we have the manhole scene, which you know, of course, was also in Beat It. But you got, wait, there's zombies buried under the ground. Somebody buried someone under the street and didn't move their grave. How dare they? That guy could have been haunting the sewer forever. How is there a fat zombie? I love that part. The guy's arm falls off, so unexpected. Now Michael's like, wait a minute. We're surrounded. Now, how in the world? Look where the zombie is. I mean, the zombie's all the way on the left. There's a wall right there. How did he get there? Remember, they walked past the cemetery and then the zombies came out, but now they're surrounding. How did that happen? Why do zombies always have speed when you can't see them? Some of them, like in the movie 28 Days Later, or 28 Days, whatever it was called, those zombies were quick. And some zombies are fast. In other movies too, they're fast. But in like The Walking Dead, or those zombie movies, they run like slow. Night of the Living Dead. They all slow. Like these zombies were slow. But so how did they get ahead? I always wondered that. See, these are the things that I think about when you watch something 100 million times. Now look at that face. That face was so scary. And here's the other part that when I first saw it, I went, wow, this is a real horror movie at this point. This guy, look at that. What is that in his mouth? What did he just eat? A cat? Is it Jell-O? Is it chocolate syrup? Did he eat a wolf heart? What's going on with this guy? Look at that. Look at that face. And I go, wow, this is a little bit gory. Remember, this is 1983. And all these effects, they had to do them. There's no CGI in this. So this guy had something in his mouth. And you go, whoa, that's pretty scary. Now they're all being surrounded. They're looking at each other. The zombies are moving in. What? Now look at her face. That was my face. This was me. When I was watching this for the first time, when I was 13 years old, here was exactly my look on my face. I was like, when I saw zombie Michael Jackson, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Just like her, I was in shock. How could it be? Michael's a zombie. What is going on? Now, little did I know, the next thing I was going to see would be the most historic dance sequence in the history of music videos. And I'm not going to say nothing about it. I'm not even going to talk when it's on. I'm going to let it play, and then we'll talk about it. So let me put it back on and check it out. Now I want to say something. Look at that. Look at that freeze frame. When I first saw that dance sequence, you know what? I might even rewind it right now, and then I'm going to talk about it. I wanted everybody to see, not that you haven't seen it, but it needs to be seen in its entirety before I say anything about it. So let me rewind this a little bit if I can get back. Hold on. I'm going to have to play and then rewind. Let me rewind this. I'm doing this live. I don't care. And speed it a little further back. So you got to understand something at this time. Videos were not made like this back then. There were no dance sequences. Nobody did this in a music video. This was unheard of. 100% unheard of. When they say that Michael Jackson pioneered this whole thing with having dancers in music videos, this is what they're talking about. Now, this whole sequence with Michael dancing, I want you to pay a special close attention to the beginning. And I'm going to start talking. I'm going to point it out. Here, let me rewind back to the beginning of the dance so you see. First of all, the shock and awe of seeing Michael as a zombie right there was absolutely insane. The first time. And it was the coolest thing ever. Now, the way he verbalizes the music with his mouth. Now watch his hips. Watch the way he is moving compared to the other dancers. Look at that. You gotta remember something. Michael Jackson at this point was known as a singer that could dance with his brothers and had some moves. The fact that he is out there, this is the first time you see him like this, in an actual routine, a little more than what you saw him Beat It, that he is there with dancers that studied their lives in dancing, and he is better than most of them. That's how good he was. And incredible. That's why people went berserk over this dance, because it was the first time you saw him alongside professional dancers, and he's better than them. The way he moves, that neck movement, everything is insane. To this day, that's why I can watch this every single time and go, oh my God, look how good it was. Just to see those zombies and how it all worked together. And then right after the dance, when he turns around, and now we're back to regular Michael Jackson. Now he's dancing with the zombies. And he's like, now you go, wait, this is the guy who's in charge of all the zombies. That was the Michael spin, the Michael toes, and the whole thing. Now you got the break dancers, you got them in there, the popping and locking. Gotta have some of that. What would it be without that? 1983. Now, at this point, we just watched that dance routine and we're all watching this. Even that part, the way he just moves is incredible. I will tell you right now, I used to try to practice this dance like everybody else did. In front of the mirror. Oh, of course, she has to run to an old house. And now, oh, zombie Michael's back. And she's like, I'm getting out of here. Let me run into a haunted house. That sounds like a perfectly sensible idea. Yeah, there you go, Ola Ray. Perfect. The zombies aren't having it. They're coming right after you. Why not? Wait, put a chair in front of the door. See? Good idea. That'll keep them out. Wait, get away from the windows. They're busting in on you. Oh, Lorette, what's going on? Through the floor, the zombies are coming now. The guy's one arm fell off, but these zombies can bust through doors and walls. Those are the strong ones. Now here comes Michael. Forget the chair. Yeah, get rid of that. I'm busting through the door. Uh-oh. They're coming to get you, Ola Ray. They're coming. She's scared. There's a fat zombie. I mean, I don't know how that happens. But anyway. Oh my God, what?
What's the problem? Come on,
Wait,
I'll take you home.
Was she dreaming? Everything's okay? She was in a haunted house, but now, wait, everything's all right? No, everything's not all right. Look, cat-eyed Michael is back. Is he still going to turn into a cat monster or a zombie? The great John Landis. That's the question, because he's got cat eyes now. But he was a zombie. So what is it? He's a zombie cat? What's going on? Michael. And we all watched it to the end. Doing the Thriller dance. The fact that all these years later, we're talking 37 years ago this came out, almost. And it holds up to this day. It is the reason why it is the greatest video ever made, in my opinion. There's a few videos that come close. But you gotta remember, when this came out, we were glued to our TVs. It wasn't like you could just go on YouTube and just watch the whole thing. That's why I had to sit there and wait. Every hour on the hour for the first week, MTV was playing the video. and you waited, and then maybe you can set your VCR and record it. You go, hey, the guy's got no head. What happened to his head? I like the or undead is purely coincidental. And then get the 3 break dancers, the popping and locking, because that was the thing back then. I mean, who watches the end to the credits and then you see a little zombie pop up? There you go. So there was a little Michael Jackson Thriller. And I will tell you, to this day, I still can watch this video. I've seen it so many times. I can watch it over and over again and pick up new things because I just saw the lights. I never really noticed that before. And this was the first time. You have to remember, this was the very first time we saw Michael and dancers. This is the first time. I shouldn't say the first time we saw Michael with dancers because he did dance with dancers in Beat It. But we didn't see the routine in the way we're seeing it now. This was like, in Beat It, it was during the chorus, and it was the same sort of movements in over and over again, just during the chorus part. This was an entire separate dance with a video version of the song specifically for the video. Like I said, the video version. It was mixed specifically for this video. Because of course the album version has verse, chorus, verse. This had all the verses, then the chorus. And in fact, I remember when I went and heard the song for the first time on the cassette that I was playing over and over again. And I went, oh wow, I have that song Thriller. It's on the album. It's on this first side. It's the last song. And I play it, and you hear that whole intro that you don't hear, of course, in the video. And then after he does the first verse, I'm waiting for the second verse to come, and it goes into a chorus. I go, oh, wow, they changed it just for the video. They didn't do things like that. Also, because videos were just, the band would come up, they'd either have a video of them playing somewhere, and then maybe they sort of make it in not really a movie, but they would have some sort of concept about the song for the video. And then that was it. It was as long as the song was, and then it was over. Nobody did anything like this before. That was so popular, that the MTV generation. And Michael changed this, changed the way not only concerts were done now, but videos. Now everybody had to have a dance sequence and had to have dancers in videos. And when they went on tour, they all had to have dancers to all their songs. Back then, they didn't have that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, it was different when you had the Jacksons because there was a bunch of them. There wasn't just one person by himself. And I remember, too, Michael had never been on tour by himself yet. Michael had only been with his brothers, which is why Thriller came out. He didn't tour. There was no Thriller World Tour. The Jacksons went on the Victory Tour, where Michael did all the songs from Thriller. But there was no Michael Jackson tour. The first tour that he did that I know of was the Bad Tour, which is the tour that I saw him on, which was the greatest concert I ever saw. And if you think about what he did, how smart was this guy? Genius, that he did these videos, and each video had a certain look, right? So he had the outfit that he wore in the Billie Jean video. He had the leather jacket that he wore in Beat It. He had this leather jacket that he wore in Thriller. Then he had the outfit that he wore in Bad. Then he had the outfit that he wore in The Way You Make Me Feel. Every song was a story within itself. And that's what Michael Jackson did. So when you see him live, he would dress up like he did in the video. And now other artists have followed suit, and they do the same thing. They wear whatever they wore in the video. That's what they'll wear a lot of the times in the live performances. And Michael was the one that pioneered all of that. All of it. So that was my take on Thriller, the reaction. Somebody who's seen it 1,000 times. Somebody who remembers what it was like when MTV first aired it back in 1983. Every hour on the hour for a week. The Halloween show and the Halloween special. I wanted to do it on Halloween. Well, actually, I wanted to do it anytime, but I was going to do it on Halloween. I said, it's Halloween. I got to do Thriller. Let me do my reaction to Thriller and see how it comes out. And I'm just going to play it. I don't really edit much of anything. So that was my reaction to Thriller. It is Halloween. I hope everybody's having a good Halloween, or if whenever you're watching this, if you did have a good Halloween, if you gave out some candy, if you went trick-or-treating with your children, if you trick-or-treated yourself. This year is a little bit different. I mean, there's a lot of bad things going on in this world right now. COVID, that's what I mean by bad things going on in the world. So you got to be careful, man. Keep yourself safe. Keep your children safe. It's Halloween, and I have to do the scary voice. So I couldn't do it on this microphone, so I had to hook up this other microphone with the sound effects. And
this is the scary voice. Here's my scary voice. This is the Halloween sound and the Halloween voice of the devil. I'm the devil. No, I'm not really the devil, but this is the devil's voice coming through me on Halloween. Thriller reaction video. I guess it doesn't look as scary when you just see me talking into the microphone. It takes away the effect. Maybe I should put something up that's a little scarier. Let me see what I got here. Let me find a scary picture of somebody, and we'll see if this will scare you. Here, let me see if this is scary for you. Oh my goodness, this is scary. Who is that scary man? That is me. I am Dan Reed. I am the man who made Leaving Neverland, and I am the devil. My mission was to destroy the legacy of Michael Jackson with lies and falsehoods and misleading information by showing two guys who loved Michael Jackson until the money train ran out, and now they accuse him of sexual abuse. Then I will put it out there as fact and the truth, even though it is nothing but the truth, because I am the devil. That is what I do. I am Dan Reed, devil, putting out lies in the form of documentary, but it's actually just a piece of fiction. It is garbage. That is what I have done. I am pretending it's a documentary because I want fame and I want fortune, and the only way I can do that is to smear the name of Michael Jackson and smear his legacy by putting two guys who are liars. I mean, I'm sorry, they're not liars. Wait, no, they are liars. They are liars. They are liars pretending because they want money. They lied in court, and now they're still lying. That's what they do. And I will never tell the truth. I will continue to perpetuate lies and falsehoods. In fact, if you didn't know, I am now doing a new documentary. It is a sequel. It is part 2 of Leaving Neverland, because I still desire fame and fortune. And the only way I can do it is to pretend that all of these things I'm saying are true, when every single one of them is nothing but a lie. We know they're all lies. And I've gone to the Jackson camp and asked them to be in the sequel, and they have declined. They have declined to be in the sequel.
Well, of course, Dan. I mean, oh, yeah, it's Matt Place. Of course, Dan. Of course they don't want to be in the sequel. Why would they want to be when you did nothing but lie about Michael Jackson in the first one, and you asked none of them to be in Leaving Neverland? Why didn't you ask them to be in Leaving Neverland, Dan?
Well, Matt Blaze, the reason why is because if I put the Jackson family in Leaving Neverland, like I told Pierce Morgan, they were not there at the time.
Yeah, but like, either were Wade Robson's family, like they weren't actually there when it happened either. And Safechuck's family, they weren't there when it actually happened either, what they're alleging happened. But like, they're in the documentary. So how come you didn't ask any of the other people that were around? I mean, some of the kids were around, like Macaulay Culkin was around, and maybe he declined to be in the documentary. But like Taj Jackson was around, and there was a lot of security guards and people that worked at Neverland. Like, how come you didn't make any attempt to ask any of them? How come you didn't put any of them in the video, Dan?
Well, Matt Blaze, I could not put any of them in the video because that would have changed the narrative. You see, I had to paint Michael Jackson as a child predator, and if I would have had people from the other side, that would have been too fair. I couldn't do that. You see, I wanted to make a biased piece of fiction. Excuse me, I wanted to make a documentary, but it wouldn't fit my narrative to put the actual other side of the accused in my film.
Yeah, but Dan, wouldn't you rather have people see a documentary and have them make up their own mind of what actually happened when you have two people that say this happened, but you have the other side saying it didn't happen? Wouldn't you want to get both sides and have the viewer decide for themselves?
No, Matt Blaze, that is not something I could do. No, I had to make the narrative. I had to steer the narrative in the way that I wanted it, to paint Michael Jackson as a predator and these two guys as victims of Michael Jackson. That is the only way I would have gotten famous, by perpetuating these lies. I mean, by telling these stories of these two guys.
Yeah, but Dan, what about all the inconsistencies in Leaving Neverland, like the train station? What about that? And what about the fact that Robson's mother says that he went on that big trip that they say Wade says he was left behind and he was never alone with Michael? Like, what about that?
That check the plans. We'll have to check when the train station was built, Matt Blaze. I don't know anything about that. All I know is these two have said that Michael Jackson sexually abused them, and I believe every word of it. I don't care if the evidence proves otherwise. I know that these two are telling the truth.
Hey, Dan, what about the fact that Wade Robson went in court in 2005? He said Michael Jackson never touched him.
He is a liar. I mean, wait, he's telling the truth. Wait, no, he's a liar. Wait, he's telling me the truth, but he lied in court. It doesn't matter, Matt Blaze. Wade Robson is a master manipulator. That is why he was able to lie on the stand.
Wait a second. You want me to believe that Wade Robson lied on the stand to prosecutors, to investigators, to other attorneys at 22 years old? He was so savvy that he was lying, but now he's telling the truth? You really want me to believe that, Dan Reed? Is that what you're trying to say?
I am making a sequel to Leaving Neverland, and the Jackson family and the Jackson attorneys have declined to be in this sequel. I have asked them, and they don't want to be a part of it.
Well, yeah, because you lied to them the first time, and you didn't put them in the first video and the first documentary. So why would they want to be a part of this one when you're just going to edit it to make it look like nonsense like you did the first time?
That is not true, Matt Blaze. I am Dan Reed. I am a master documentarian. I won an award for Leaving Neverland. I am an Emmy-winning documentary maker.
Oh, so what you're saying is you're still going to ride the wave?
I am Dan Reed. I am the devil. And now I have to get out of here because there's little children I have to scare. That is it. I am ending the interview, Matt Blaze. I'm ending the interview. It is over. It is over. Goodbye.
Oh, Dan Reed just walked out of here. Just ran away. That is my take on Dan Reed. Ran away. Doesn't want to talk about it. Anyway, there we go with my Thriller reaction with special guest with Devil Dan Reed. And yeah, look, Dan Reed, you want to come on this show and you want to actually answer questions? You know, answer real questions, Dan. Not the fake nonsense set up interviews that you did for Leaving Neverland. Come on my show. Come on my show, coward. You never will. I know you won't because you're a big coward. You won't be able to handle actual real questions. But if you want, you can find me. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube. Send me a message, Dan Reed, and we'll do an interview and let everybody hear what you actually have to say when you answer real questions. Yeah. He'll never do it. He's too much of a coward. Doesn't want to answer real questions. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my Thriller reaction and the Halloween edition of the Matt Blaze Show. Remember, please like and subscribe to the channel. If we get to 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, I will go live with the Michael Jackson Challenge. Anybody can call in and debate anything they want to debate about Michael Jackson, whether it's the 05 trial, whether it's about leaving Neverland, no matter what you want to talk about, because of the people, the haters, that want to hate and don't want to bring love and peace to the world. They just want to hate. You want to talk to me about it? You want to debate me about it? I will give you every opportunity to say whatever it is you want to say, not just commenting on videos. You'll have to answer to me and answer to my questions and maybe a little logic and sensibility. Also, that will be open to anyone who wants to celebrate the life of Michael Jackson, the videos, the music, the dancing, everything that he brought to this world. He was the one and only greatest entertainer to ever live, in my opinion. And if you want to call in to celebrate the life of Michael Jackson, you are welcome to do that. I will, of course, announce when it will happen. You'll have plenty of chances to know when it's going to be. It's not going to be 1, 2, 3, we hit 1,000 subscribers and the video or the live stream will go up the next day. You'll have plenty of opportunity to be involved and participate if you want to. So please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, Matt Blaze Show is on Twitter. Follow me. If you have a Twitter account, follow me on Twitter. I'll post a whole bunch of stuff, and I read everything. And I appreciate the comments that I've gotten so far on the videos and on Twitter. I love it all. So please like and subscribe to YouTube and follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you the next time I do a video, whenever that will be. It'll be coming up pretty soon because I really want to put a lot of content out there. And this will be something that we do on a regular basis. So everybody, happy Halloween. Enjoy. Till next time.